Factoring. This is the most basic part of factoring, the intro to factoring, combining all those things together in the big picture here. So before we start real quick, I want to do a little thing here, and there's a reason why I'm doing this, okay? Give me numbers 1 through 10s, positive, negative, something. 6, okay, sure. So we'll put a 6 and
13.
13?
2.
That's not below 10. 2,
Oh,
I like the 2, cool, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, nice try. We'll do a positive 6 and a negative 2, why not? Okay, so watch what's happening here, because I'm going to reference this here in a second. So watch. X times x is x squared. X times 2, negative 2x. Cool.
Okay.
Then we do the next part. 6 times x is 6x, and then 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. Cool. What do I do with these two middle things?
Combine them.
Combine them together. I add them together. Wink, 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 wink. You'll see why I did that here in a second, okay? And then you get x squared plus 4x, because you have 6 and minus 2. Okay, cool. And you have the minus 12. Nice, okay? Remember why I did this here in a second? I'm going to put a little star here. Cool. All right, now, thinking back to that math riddle in the other videos or in the other lessons, what adds to get 5 and multiplies to get 6? That was the first one I ever gave you. Two mystery numbers. If I add them together, I get 5. If I multiply them, I get 6.
Oh, it was
2 and a 3. Yeah, 2 and a 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 times 3 is 6. Got it. Now, which leads me to this. Oh, factoring. Watch this. This is the first part. I'm just going to do it and then see if it makes sense. Here we go. The first step you do is write your factor bundles like this. Okay. Every single time you're going to do that. I'm going to write here the steps right here. Number 1. Factor bundles. Don't use this word outside of this math class, because if you go to your next math class and you say like, oh yeah, do the factor bundles. No idea what you're talking about. I've made this up entirely. This is not a professional math vocabulary word. I just call them the factor bundles because I write them down with no math thinking whatsoever. I just know I need them as like a template.
it's like breakfast club.
A blueprint, okay? So now I ask myself that math riddle. That math riddle, which I guess here said too. Math riddle, okay? That math riddle we just talked about. What adds to get 5 and multiplies to get 6? A 2 and a 3. And we're almost done, okay? What would the signs have to be on a 2 and a 3
Positive.
to get 5? Who's positive?
Oh.
Both positive, yes. And then that is my answer. You're done. That's factoring. It's going backwards.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. So I love factoring. Super simple. You set it up, math riddle, done. Oh, step 3, signs. That's the part that everyone messes up this part because they're like, oh, one's positive, one's negative. Both are negative, but you got 4 options: positive, positive, negative, negative, or the vice versa, right? So cool. Now let's do another random problem that has nothing to do with this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So x squared plus 4x minus 12. Okay, cool. Factor bundles. Factor bundles. Okay. What adds to get 4 and multiplies to get negative 12? If you don't know right away, what should you write off to the side here? Remember the little multiplying thing? Factors of 12. Okay. Don't look at what adds to get 4. A ton of stuff add to get 4. I'm looking here and I'm writing this down. Factors of 12. I got 1 times 12.
2 and 6.
Can a 1 and a 12 get me 4?
No.
Always check in on that. Nope. Can a 2 and a 6? Yes, they can. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to write down a 2. I'm going to write down a 6. Okay. Now, what would their signs have to be to get to a 4?
1 negative, 1 positive.
One's
no,
negative.
no.
Oh.
Yeah. No. So it would be like.
If they were both positive, look. If they were both positive, you would get an 8, right? If they're both negative, you get a negative 8. That is not going to work. They're going to be opposite signs, okay? But what are the signs going to be? How would I get a positive 4 between these two?
Negative 2 and positive 6.
Negative 2, positive 6. I don't know yet. Check it. What is 6 minus 2?
4.
So it works, okay? So many times. You might think I'm crazy for asking it. So many times. Oh, opposite signs. Okay. What's this get you? Negative 4. This gets you a negative 4, which is not that. See what I'm saying? Be careful. It's like so close. And I hate when people make this mistake because you did so many things correct. But make sure you get your signs good. Now, time out here. Hold up. So here's why I did this whole thing right here. it should make sense, right? Why I say what adds to get this and multiplies to get this. Where did this come from? Where did this 4x come from?
It came from the 2.
When I added them together, right? And then where did this last minus 12, where did that come from?
When you multiply them.
When I multiplied them. See what I'm saying? That's why it's what adds to get this and multiplies to get this. That's why it's a riddle. That's why it works every time, okay? Because these two numbers were added together to get the 4, and you did those two numbers multiplied by each other as part of the double distribution thing to get that 12, right? So there's my answer. So this would be my answer. And that's the forwards and backwards versions of what we're doing here in the big picture, okay? So now, enough of that. We're going into some examples now, and we should be good to go. So, example right here is you're going through this process every time. I'm going to show it to you a little faster now so you can kind of get into the flow of what these things are, because it's the same every time. So, I do my factor bundles. X's, X's. Here we go. I do my math riddle. What adds to get 7 multiplies to get 10. If that number doesn't pop into your head right away, you go right into your factor tree thing, right? Factors of 10. Factors of this n number, okay? 1 and 10. Can that get me 7? No. 2 and 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 and 5 can. So I got a 2, I got a 5. Step 2 done. Signs. How am I going to get a positive 7?
Positive. Both of them positive.
Both of them positive. Cool, done. That's your answer.
Wow.
Next one, factor bundles. Bundle, 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 bundle. Okay. Another little tip here is if you look at this n number, when you're talking about signs, if it's a negative, you're going to have opposite signs, right? Because that's how multiplication works. Opposite signs. But here, it was a good little clue. It's a positive 10. What does that mean about your signs?
Both positive.
They're not both positive. They're either
Both positives or both negatives.
they're the same signs. Okay, that's the idea I want to say. I tried to bait you into that one, so thanks for the example. All right.
you're welcome.
So I got ahead of myself though, because I got to do the math riddle. What adds to get 3 and multiplies to get 10? I did this on purpose. I chose 10 again because we already did this part, right? So what are the factors of 10? 1 and 10. Can that get 3? No. 2 and a 5.
Yeah.
But 2 and a 5. I thought 2 and a 5 got 7.
Well, the one of them was 3.
Opposite signs, okay? Opposite signs. So I am going to have a 2 and a 5. But their signs are going to be opposite like we just talked about with that 10, right?
-2.
How am I going to get a -3?
A -2 plus 5.
-2 plus 5. Check it. What is 5 minus 2?
Oh, it's 3.
Not -3. So then, simple, very simple. What do I do though?
Switch it.
Switch it, then you're good. Right? That exact reason. I am not big on check your work, check your work, check your work, check your work. I've probably never told y'all to do that. Very rarely check this. Take that extra half second to just do that check because you got it complete full wrong. And every single time there's going to be a multiple choice answer with the opposite version. Okay? Be careful. All right. That's the answer done. Now, what's weird about this one? Big finale example here. What's weird about this? Ooh, a 2x squared. There's a number in the front. This is a big problem, and this is actually one of my favorite parts of factoring is whenever there is a number in the front. There's 2 ways to fix it. This is the easy way, and we'll get into the hard way later on. This, what do you also maybe notice? You have a 2 in the front, but what do you notice if you take a big step back and look at all of them based on something we learned last week as well? What? They can break them down. What do they all have in common? Ooh, they all have a 2 in common, right? Which leads me to step number 0.
Oh?
The 0th step here is greatest common factor. It's not always going to be a step, which is why I call it the 0 step, but you should check for it, right? So, do they have something in common? Here they didn't, right? Now they weren't divisible by anything, okay? Do they have an x in common? No, he doesn't have one. Okay, that's what we learned last week. Okay, cool. Now, they do have a 2 in common. Factor that out, then you do the same dang thing. So, factor out the 2, I have x squared. That's going to be a -7, and that's going to be a plus 10. See what I did there? That was sneaky, right? Now you're just going to have this awkward 2 sitting in the front the whole rest of the time, but you're fine. You keep doing everything like normal. Factor bundles. What adds to get 7 multiplies to get 10?
2 and 5.
2 and 5. Y'all are probably bored with the whole 2 and 5 thing at this point.
Very.
Okay? And then, what are the signs going to have to be this time to get a -7?
Opposite. No.
Plus 2 minus 5. Okay, so negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. Uh-oh.
The other
Oh,
one.
they're both negative.
Ooh, both negative. That sounds interesting. Negative 2, negative 5 combined to be an even more negative 7. Yes. Okay.
Because we have to multiply it for like 10.
Ooh, there we go. Took the words right out of my mouth. Because we know we need the same signs to get a positive 10 here, which is, it's all clues, right? This is, I try and pitch this to you guys as a puzzle because there's not one way to think about it. You could have seen this and know that. You could have seen this. Lots of different ways to be able to get it, right? And then there's your answer. Cool. All right. Now, the last thing I'm going to do here, the bonus round here, is going to be, the bonus round is, let's make one from scratch. Like, I made all these right now. I made them in a certain way. I want to show you guys that so you can kind of see like, oh, this is all that's happening, okay? Pick a number for a factor tree type number. Pick a number that's going to be our ending number right here. Don't be too crazy.
15.
15, sure, love it, 15, all right? When I make these for you guys, I do this. And in my head, I'm like, all right, so it's cool. 1 and 15, 2 doesn't work, 3 times 5, that's it, okay? So now, I want to make a problem for you guys. X squared, X something, right? Do you see where I'm going with this? Right, I'm making it. We're making it live right here. I'm going to take, which pair of numbers do you want to use? This one or that one?
3 and 5.
3 and 5? All right, we're going to use the 3 and the 5. What signs do you want them to be? Just pick one. We're making a problem right now.
Negative 3.
Negative what?
3.
Negative 3 and
Positive 5.
positive 5. Sure. That's our literal answer. So what do I do to find this spot right here? What do I do with them?
Just place them there.
Ooh, just place them in there. What does that mean?
Oh,
It's what, when I do the math riddle, it's what
what?
adds to get this and what multiplies to get this, right? So this is going to be what? 2. Positive 5 minus 3 is 2. Yeah, cool, cool. Got it. And then what am I going to do for this last one? Negative 15. That's how I make these for you guys, right? So now, hey guys, let's act like we're just going to do the problem now. All right, last problem, guys. Here we go. Last problem. Let's do this problem, okay? We'll end on this one. I just made this one up in my head. Bang, 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 bang. I got my factor bundle right here. What adds to get, okay, I need the factors of 15. 1 and 15, 3 and 5.
3 and 5.
Oh my God, 3 and 5 could work. Okay, well, what are the signs going to have to be? See what I'm saying here? And that's the answer. All right, that's how these work, okay? It's the math riddle, so making sure your signs are good, adding the middle term, multiplying the end term, all that stuff. And cool, done.